Welcome to this week's edition of Leading with Confidence. My name is Confidence Seleme and I'm your host. This program is proudly powered by the William Seleme Foundation, and the foundation's mission is enabling education in Africa. This week I'd like us to talk on a topic I've titled Leading and Learning. There are many leaders who get into power and they believe they've arrived. They believe they've reached the pinnacle and therefore they can throw away their learner's licenses. They feel they no longer need to keep learning, growing, and developing. This is a mentality that particularly position-oriented leaders adopt. They are motivated by titles and positions, and after getting the positions they've been gunning for, they become complacent and even lazy. As leaders, we are to never throw away our learner's licenses. We are to learn continuously so that we can continuously grow and develop. When you further your learning can take you so much further. We have been given the freedom, privilege, and responsibility of deciding how far we will go in life. You can choose a greater destination by choosing to put greater emphasis on learning and developing yourself. How far do you want to go in life? Where do you want to end up in your leadership, in your career, in your relationship, and so forth? In whatever area of life you want to increase and become greater in, you must increase your knowledge in that particular area. The desire to learn increases capacity. Indeed, learning increases capacity, and one of the things it does is it increases your earning capacity. A learner becomes a better earner. There are many who wish to earn more, but they aren't willing to learn more. Remember that money is attracted to value, so you must increase your value to the marketplace so that you can become more attractive to more money. The way to increase your value to the marketplace is by increasing your knowledge and developing your skills. Making more money isn't about putting more effort in. It's about the kind of effort you're putting in. To get greater financial rewards, invest greater effort into your self-development. This will also help you increase your leading capacity. The desire to learn develops ingenuity. Leaders are problem solvers, and when you commit yourself to acquiring knowledge, you give yourselves more tools that will help you come up with more solutions to more problems. You'll have more ability to connect more dots. You'll be able to engage in more diverse conversations with a more diverse range of people. When you do that, you'll be able to harvest and leverage the knowledge base of others. This will make you even more effective. Do you want to develop ingenuity and be able to solve an even wider range of problems in an even wider range of ways? Then widen your learning. The desire to learn reflects humility. What defeats the arrogant man is the notion that there is nothing that anybody can teach him. He sees himself as a perpetual teacher, never having to learn from anyone. No leader should adopt this type of mentality. It reflects a heart that is haughty and negative, like a car with a bad engine. If the car's engine is in good condition, we can work on the car's body. It's about the heart. Better to have a good engine with a slightly out of shape body than a great body with a dysfunctional engine. The car will be good for viewing, but it will not fulfill its purpose. People will look at it and marvel, but it will not achieve much. Some leaders look competent and excellent externally, but their engines are corrupt. Do not be counted amongst them. Retain a spirit of humility that is always willing to learn. Learning is the difference between conforming or reforming. In life, you are either conforming or reforming. The leader's role is never to conform to the standards, but to reform and improve the standards. Whether it be operational standards, moral standards, communication standards, and so forth. Whatever you touch must become better merely because it came into contact with you. The organization you are part of must become better because you joined it. The person you're in a relationship with must become a better version of themselves because they're in a relationship with you. So, are you a conformer or are you a reformer? Commit to growing in knowledge and wisdom, and you'll stop conforming and start reforming. Learn to master your emotions. This is one of the most vital areas of growth for a leader. It's important for leaders to have great levels of emotional intelligence because you are constantly dealing with a variety of people who bring with them a variety of emotions, and you need to be armed and ready. You also encounter different situations which require you to respond in ways that reflect good leadership. For example, a leader is expected to remain calm in a crisis so that they can contribute to the development of a solution. A leader is expected to have compassion so that they can cry with those who are crying and rejoice with those who are rejoicing. Learn to master your emotions so that you are able to respond appropriately in various situations. Learn to develop great ideas and great ideals. If you want to become a great leader, you must have two things in equal proportion. You must have great ideas and you must have great ideals. These are two aspects that make people great. People with great ideas and great ideals are able to influence the entire world. Study the likes of Nelson Mandela and Albert Einstein. Both men had great ideas and great ideals. Ideas speak of the various concepts and creative thoughts that help in solving problems. Ideals speak of your principles, ethics, and moral standards. Some people aspire to have great ideas and they give no attention to having great ideals. Such people are dangerous because they end up creating things and systems that cause harm instead of providing solutions. Some prioritize great ideals, but they don't invest time in conceptualizing ideas that will move the world forward. As a leader, you must make sure that you have both great ideals and great ideas. Learn to be goal-orientated. This may seem quite basic and simple to many, but it is precisely because of its simplicities that so many people miss its importance. If you do not have a set of goals, you cannot be called a leader. In fact, when ordinary people begin setting goals to work towards, they energize and activate the leader residing within them. Goals demand that you become more disciplined, more committed, and more visionary. Those are some of the essential leadership traits that one needs in order to succeed. You must set goals and achieve them. That encourage you to set more goals and achieve them as well. That's how you become a success in life and in leadership. Learn to optimize your imagination. Your imagination is one of your greatest gifts. The question is, have you opened the gift or is it gathering dust? Many people use this gift amply and freely in their younger days. Kids are always using their imagination. They are always flying aeroplanes that are not there. They live in their own worlds. They draw images they are seeing in their minds. They are always creating and inventing. They imagine themselves achieving great things and they don't limit or box themselves. Because their minds are so nimble and pliable, they stretch their thinking with ease and they employ this wonderful gift of imagination. The older people get and the more they listen to what the world says they can or cannot do, the less they use their imaginations. They fight their concepts and ideas and they stifle their gift of imagination, and eventually they end up being just like everyone else because they've given in and have adopted averageness and mediocrity. As a leader, you must spend time alone and regain your ability to imagine. Recapture that sense of creativity and freedom. Go to a quiet place, take a pen and paper with you, and jot down the birthings of your mind. Let your mind roam freely so that you can conceptualize and optimize your creative ability. By doing so, you'll come up with golden ideas and you'll make an even greater impact on the world. The best way to learn is to do. The notion of learning by doing is an ancient principle that has helped humanity move forward in many respects. You must place greater emphasis on the practical than you do on the theory. If you owned a trucking company, would you feel more confident with a driver who didn't have a driving license but has been driving trucks for 10 years, or someone who recently got their Code 14 license but has no driving experience? Too many leaders excel in the area of talk but are weak in the area of walk. If you are serious about growth, learn to dive in. Stop being passive and start getting active. You want to enroll for a new course? Do it. You want to start your own enterprise? Do it. You want to start serving your community more? The best way to learn is to do. Learn the magic of abracadabra. I was fascinated to learn that the word abracadabra is of Hebrew and Aramaic origin and means I will create as I speak. Biblically, we are taught that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and that is in Proverbs 18:21. What are you saying about yourself and your leadership? Are you saying positive things? Are you telling yourself that you are full of potential, full of power, full of ability, and full of influence? You must be able to affirm yourself if you are to succeed. Yes, if you are to do well in life, you must learn to speak well of yourself. When you start speaking well of yourself, you will reframe your beliefs and your actions will be those of faith instead of fear. You'll begin raising the benchmark and you'll rise to new levels. The life you are capable of living isn't out there, it's in you. There's a whole different life you are capable of living, but it's not out there, it's in you. There's a leader you are capable of becoming, and you've got that capacity residing on the inside. When you commit to learning and you take action on that commitment, you'll activate the leader within. You'll grow into the full measure of your leadership potential. The more you learn and the more you develop your capacity and potential, the more value you will add not only to your own life, but to the lives of countless others as well. Well, we've come to the end of this week's episode of Leading with Confidence. Thank you so much for tuning in. Cheers.